you recently made a bold move and now you're feeling deeply uncomfortable? Well done. Let's stop and take a moment to celebrate you. You've got this. You don't need to prove anything. You're already enough. Today I'm talking about why this idea of fake it until you make it is a failed strategy. And don't worry, I'm also sharing what you can do instead. Let's get started, shall we?
Well, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Project Joyful podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Tutty, your medical herbalist and high performance coach. So, hey, Project Joyful isn't just about being happy. It's about consciously creating a life you love. It's about remembering how to reconnect with your soul-centered joy. You know, that joy that comes from doing what you love, from living on purpose, and from being in a life that allows you to experience deep joy moment by moment. So, hey, let's get started, shall we?
So, you're starting something new. Business, a new job, embarking on a period of study, and you feel completely out of your depth. That imposter syndrome is raising its ugly head on the daily, and you wonder if you really do have what it takes to get to the other side. So first of all, let me reassure you. That uncomfortable feeling is proof. It's proof that you're human and you're still breathing. Yay! That uncomfortable feeling isn't just you, it's normal. We all experience it from time to time. It doesn't mean you're inadequate or that you shouldn't be right where you are. In fact, it's the opposite. So why do you feel like you're an imposter? Why do you feel sick in your stomach with unhelpful thoughts doing loop-de-loops in your head? Well, it's because you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And outside is where the magic happens. It's where change lives. It's where growth lives. And until it becomes familiar, it feels really uncomfortable. You see, your mind has one job, and that's to ensure that you survive. To your mind, survival comes from doing what's predictable, day in, day out. Why is that? Because your mind can predict the outcome when you do the same things, when you think the same things, when you feel the same way. In our hunter-gatherer days, being able to predict the outcome literally did stop you from dying. Safety came from belonging to the tribe no matter what. So you played your part. You followed the rules. You behaved in a way that was pleasing to the tribe. Because there's safety in numbers, right? There's safety in not rocking the boat. Predictability meant we returned home safely from a day of hunting. We could predict the weather, where our prey were hanging out that day, which berries we could eat, which plants we left alone. And we've not outgrown that. It's hardwired within each of us. We're still focused on survival, but our environment has changed. We're still hunting and gathering, but now it's in the boardroom or the school pickup or in line at the supermarket checkout. So you're having the, I don't think I belong here thoughts, and your body is responding to those thoughts by generating an equivalent feeling. And that feeling is communicated back to your mind, and your mind generates more thoughts that evoke those same emotions. Those thoughts are picked up by your body in the form of emotion, and down the rabbit hole you go. Paralyzed by fear, unable to speak up at that meeting, downing a bottle of wine when you get home in an effort to calm the agitation, closely followed by a large bag of crisps because that addictive combo of fat and sugar will temporarily pump you up. Yep, I've been there. Now, many coaches will tell you to fake it until you make it. I mean, just yesterday I saw a post from a very well-known personal development influencer telling people to do more, work harder, push to get to where you want to go. Thank goodness for the sea of constructive feedback that was attached to that post. Fake it until you make it is a failed strategy. Here's why. When you're in a new zone, that unfamiliar space will trigger your sympathetic nervous system. Now, let's not beat up our sympathetic nervous system because it's simply doing its job. That's what it's meant to do. You get to assess the situation, and in this case, you perceive that event as threatening. And then your body takes over. You rise to the occasion, fueled by that oxygenated blood. You decide you're not going to die, and your sympathetic nervous system stands down, making way for your parasympathetic nervous system to calm all those galvanized inflammatory markers. It calms and soothes, heals and repairs. It even gets the dinner on by resuming digestion. What happens if you're in a space of I'm going to fake it until I make it? Well, you stay in high alert. The sympathetic nervous system is to the fore. Faking it doesn't feel safe. It feels like I'm about to be found out, exposed, ridiculed. My social structures will fall away. I'll be kicked out by my tribe because I don't belong here. I don't belong in this business, this job, at this university. Proving energy constricts you. It dampens creativity. It puts you in survival mode. Fake it until you make it leaves you with that low-level hum of agitation. Your body begins to think that this constant level of agitation is normal. Your sympathetic nervous system stays at the fore. Your body doesn't get enough time for repair. And this is called chronic stress. So what can you do instead? First of all, acknowledge how you feel. Don't pretend the discomfort isn't there. Remember, it's normal. Self-soothe by talking it through to yourself, a trusted friend, designated wise one in your group. We talked about tapping or emotional freedom technique in episode 149. Use that. The science confirms it's effective in managing anxiety. See your present situation as it is, but not worse than it is. Okay, so I feel really uncomfortable right now. I've not done this before, and I'm evolving, moving into a new identity. I know that process can be uncomfortable, and I know that I'm safe. 3 really important words. Say them with me. I am safe. I've got this. I'll always find a way. I can always figure it out. I'm safe. Now breathe. Slowly, deeply, with intention. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4, and do it again. It's called box breathing. Now, breathing with intention brings the parasympathetic nervous system to the fore. The body begins to repair. Your capacity for creativity, focus, memory recall, and overall cognitive ability improves. You don't need to prove anything. You're already here in this space doing the thing. So just breathe. And if when you're breathing you find that you're not feeling that calmness, breathe more slowly. Give yourself permission to feel uncomfortable and then breathe some more. You're already enough. You don't need to be anybody for anyone. Know this. You, my beautiful friend, are safe. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's podcast. Can I ask you a favour? If our conversation spoke to you today, could you please take a moment to leave a 5-star review? Your review will help people discover this podcast, and together we can create a world where there's even more love and more laughter. And if you want to hear more from the Project Joyful podcast, just click the subscribe button. Bye for now.